So he took his hammer and he did like this. And he said, try it now. And the ship engine started right away. The rich man was so excited. He said, listen, whatever the invoice is, you just send it to me. I'm going to pay it and I'm going to take care of it. A couple weeks later, he gets an invoice in the mail. The invoice is for $10,000. He said, what? He said, send this back and tell him I need this invoice itemized. I need to see why this thing costs $10,000. He sent it back itemized, the older mechanic did. He said, the hammer costs $1. Knowing where to knock on the ship costs $9,999. And that's how you got to 10,000. Y'all, experience will take you further than almost anything in your life, whatever you're exposed to, okay? Next, resources. Resources. In life, you're going to need resources. Not only are you going to need things, you're going to need people. Everybody in this room right here, right now is a resource. Raise your hand if you have at least 3 to 5 people that can write you an email of a letter of recommendation. If you got 3 to 5, if you don't have it today, right, if your hand's not up right now, I'm going to need you to find 3 to 5 people in here that can write you a letter of recommendation, because resources are going to be extremely important for you in life. I learned that my circle and the people that I hung out with was really going to determine what my future ultimately looked like. If you guys haven't heard the saying, they always say birds of a feather flock together. And so just like any great Disney story, this next story I'm going to tell you starts with a girl. Okay? It starts with a girl. 17 years old, I went to Waynesburg University, and I got on campus. I didn't know anyone. But I saw this young lady, and I just thought she was the most beautiful young lady that I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I felt like if I had seen her out or something like that, and I was like, man, what would I say to her? Because this would be very difficult, because this is the woman that I knew. I was like, man, I want to marry her. I'm like, man. So I went up to her and I said, excuse me, hey, how you doing? Do you believe in love at first sight? She was like, what? I was like, look, watch this. You're my first sight. I said, I love you. So I didn't say that, y'all. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. That's not what I said, right? But so here's what I learned. I learned that I didn't really have a whole lot of confidence in my life, but I learned that if I can just make her smile, that's literally like the first barrier of being able to communicate with someone, right? It's just making them smile, having something of interest in common. So her and I, we find that we have a couple of things in common, and we start, I guess, talking in college is what it's called. We start talking, and so not only is she very beautiful, I learned that she is also super smart, because she's in this program called Bonner Scholars. In Bonner Scholars, you got to keep your GPA over a 3.5, otherwise she would lose her scholarship. And so she goes, well, why don't we do this, Jeff? Why don't we be each other's accountability partners, and we share our grades with each other after every semester? I said, yeah, sure. I don't mind doing that. Now, let me tell you all this. I graduated high school with a 2.2 grade point average. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Not only did I graduate high school with a 2.2 grade point average, I finished my undergraduate degree with a 2.2 grade point average. I was consistently average in my whole entire life until I finished my master's degree with a 3.75. Make some noise for me, y'all. Give me a round of applause for that. Yes. I was a little ashamed as well, because after the first semester was over, I got my grades back. Guess what I had? 2.2. That's it, baby. Every single time.